Hello and welcome to another Warframe video. Today we will be taking a look at the new frame, Dagath. She is a very fun frame that focuses on dealing and spreading viral damage. But before we get started, if you do enjoy the content, be sure to like, share and subscribe as it helps us reach more awesome Tenno like you. Done? Great. Let's get started. To farm Dagath, first you would need to have a room built in Dojo where you can access her frame and weapon blueprints. You would need to be allied with the Syndicate to access Abyssal Keys, which you need to farm her. These cost 5,000 standing each. The missions to farm her is an exterminate with additional steps. You need to collect the beacons and take them to extraction. After reaching a certain number of kills, Eximus will flood the missions. At the end of the mission, you will get a random amount of Vein Thorns, with this amount being from 6 to 8 on normal star chart and 8, 11 or 12 on stair path. You need 102 Vein Thorns for her frame and 80 for her weapons for one set. So taking a look at her abilities, for her passive, she has a 35% chance that energy and health orbs will be 300% effective. This helps her in surviving and can do very well if you have equilibrium on. For her second ability, Doom, she curses enemies and deals viral damage on the enemies. This is done in a conical range, so you would want as many enemies in front of her as possible. Damage from these cursed enemies is also redirected away from Dagath, helping her in survivability, with this scaling with strength. This ability scales with strength, range and duration. Now her second ability, Doom, combined with her first ability, Weird Sights, helps you spread the curse even more. The ability when activated will summon sights that will surround Dagath for a small duration before hurling towards the enemies. Enemies hit with the sights will slow down. The slow can be modeled for duration and how much you can slow is dependent on strength. This will also affect Eximus despite them having overguard. I'm not sure if this is intended as we have seen Eximus do not get affected by crowd control abilities if their overguard is up. This ability procs viral as well. Weird Sights scales with strength, range and duration. For a third ability, which is the best ability in my opinion, Grave Spirit makes it so that you can get a free Get Out of Death card when you activate it. While active, this also gives you more critical damage, so be sure to equip weapons with a high critical chance to make the most out of this ability. If your time when Grave Spirit is active, you will enter a Doom state where you will have 100% dodge chance from enemy hits, every enemy kill will drop a health orb, and also you get double critical damage in this time. After a certain time, you will be back from the Doom state. This ability has cooldown of 25 seconds when you die, which cannot be modded. However, the time you stay in the Doom state can be modded. This ability scales with strength and duration. High strength is recommended to make the most out of the critical damage buff. For a fourth ability, it will summon Kates that will inflict viral on enemies and also strip their defenses, meaning it will armor strip enemies. The ability when you activate it will give invincibility, but it feels a lot clunky, and honestly, I would subsume Terrify for an easier armor strip. This will be the slot you want to subsume other abilities on, as her other abilities help you a lot in spreading damage and it helps in surviving as well. Here are some recommendations from me if you want to subsume her fourth out. Gloom, as it helps you heal so you won't have to worry much about health. Equip Hunter Adrenaline on the frame and you get energy from getting hit, helping you keeping the ability up. Black Cat's Hunt is another recommendation, especially if you're using melee as a DPS. This will drop more health orbs, and if you have equilibrium on her, you will get energy as well. Similarly, you could also subsume Fractured Blast, but in my opinion, Hunt is better than Blast. Another one would be Terrify if you want to go the armor strip path. Rover is always still an option for more DPS, same for Eclipse and Zarda's Whisper. Now let's take a look at the build. So taking a look at the first build, we have Gloom subsumed over her fourth, Brief Respite in Aura to give us shields back on energy use, Sure Footed for knockdown resistance, use Handspring if you don't have this yet, Land Rage and Transient Fortitude for strength, Continuity for duration, Flow for energy max, Rolling Out for invincibility for 3 seconds and Sea Dispense as well, Stretch to give us some range on Gloom, Hunter Adrenaline to give us energy when we get hit, and we have Vitality to give us more health pool. You can also go for Adaptation, which was quite well. Energize for energy management along her passive. I was using Arcane Strike as I was stressing Dagath with her whip. However, you can go with Arcane Barrier or Arcane Aegis for shields management, or Eruption to knock down enemies for some crowd control. Arcane Guardian is also a great option to get more armor if you take damage. There's quite a few good options for her, you can go with whichever you want. For our second build, we have Black Cat Hunt on our fourth. Build for the most part is same except for Augur Reach for range instead of stretch, and Hunter Adrenaline has been switched with Equilibrium. Again, you can swap Rolling Guard for Adaptation, and Arcane is of your choice. You can also go with Molt Augmented to get more strength and get more out of Grief Spirit. Now let's take a look at the stair path. So that's it for this video. Her whips video will be coming out later today, so be sure to be subbed so you don't miss out on that video. Thank you for watching. Have an amazing day. See you in the next one.